Hi, I'm Melanie Florence, and this is the hot tea, the Muses Brew, right? Because I have been doing the hot tea for a while, and this is a relationship where we do you and them and the energy in between, and we go from where it's come from and where it at and where it's going to, sort of thing. All right, so it's a hot tea. What have we got going on? And I've been doing like a couple of different readings, but this time I've split them up. Instead of doing a pick a pile, I have got this, which is going to be the Muses and the gods and goddesses and the Blue Angel Oracle, and I also am going to do a modern witch or a modern witch edition of the hot tea, which so a witch's brew, which I will put out separately to this, so you can pick your poison. If you are more Muses and the gods, this one might be for you. These are always a little bit hard hitting, these ones, just warning you. Or if you would like the witch's brew, you could pick that for your partnership reading. So 2 different readings. I'm uploading them separately, so look out for them. I've also just done sweet hot teas. I've done a new age brew, and I did a fairy brew of the sweet hot tea, the self-love reading. So check those out if you're after a self-love reading, because I have already uploaded those. So I've got a few brews coming out because I've been off the tea for a while. The pot's been out. I've been doing other things, but I filled up the cup. I filled up the kettle. I have filled up the pot, and we've made a whole heap of new mixes. And after these, I'm going to do a full moon, like a Gemini full moon eclipse reading, which will be a Romany spread with all of the elements after in the tags and timestamps and stuff. So I hope that you enjoy this. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to draw a few cards from our gods and goddess deck, so we can have a masculine and feminine divine representation, and we'll take one from the Blue Angel Oracle to see what the middle energy is, and then we're going to do this reading. We're going to see where this goes. All right, so let's start with the goddess, you know. So, we'll start with the goddess, and she's already out. She's jumping. Oh, Joan of Arc. We've gone for the saint. Joan of Arc, faith. Joan of Arc, so strong. This virgin warrior, and she had faith. She had faith that she was going to listen to the message, and she was going to go through, and she really did follow through with everything that she said. She did bring the King of France to the crown. She did take him to where she said he was going to go, and then it went off in other directions, obviously. But she had faith and conviction to that last point, right? And she kept that, and she bucked convention, and she was real strong in keeping her faith and that sort of stuff. Capricorn energy, Joan of Arc. So very strong in our faith, very strong in our conviction is the feminine energy inside of this. All right, what's the masculine divine energy inside of this? So we have gods and titans. I was lucky to be gifted these decks. Beautiful gift. Yeah, and I'm still learning who all the gods and goddesses are. I've got another goddess oracle deck, Goddess Power by Colette Baron Reed, and I'm still learning all those. Like this guy, I don't know. Alright, Garuda. It's Garuda. Look at that. Take a moment. Garuda. Alright, so we're talking about travel. We're talking about getting away. So have faith maybe that you're going to get away. Maybe you are separated by travel. Maybe this is your internal thing that you actually are looking for a little bit of travel inside of here. I love how all these line up, and the gods and goddesses are in our actual everyday lives. So our Garuda International being is travel, right? So we've got faith, will travel. This relationship's got a movement inside of it. Alright, maybe you're planning a trip. Maybe you have to have faith that you're planning a trip inside of here. Alright, what have we got in the energy in the middle? We're going to take from the Blue Angel Oracle. Is Blue Earth Angel, higher vibration. Alright, so we're looking at divine timing. What is the higher vibration that is in all of this for you with this Blue Earth Angel? Alright, so a lot of this, everything's been frequency inside of this, everybody vibrating in the same place, everything is in divine timing, alright, might not feel it, we are in different cycles, we've got a eclipse coming in, a full moon, and so here we are, we're looking for this Blue Earth Angel and a higher vibration, and you really are looking at, maybe this is a twin flame thing, maybe this is a higher vibration thing, that, you know, you're looking to travel and liberate yourself, and you have faith in that, and here we've got this Blue Earth Angel in the middle of that higher vibration of it all. It's in the garden, and my fingernails have not been clean all morning, all afternoon. Alright, let's go. So, that is the energies that surround us. I'm going to turn this down so we can see it build up on the map. because you saw the side of my head for the whole of that. That was fantastic. So I'm going to turn this down so you can see it build up. We're going to do 3 cards for you, how you got here, 3 cards for them, how you got here, and then 3 cards in the middle. All right, and we're going to do that threefold, 3 lines of 3. All right, so 3 lines of 9 really. Let's build this up on the table. Let's see what we've got going on for you. So we're going to start with the Muses Tarot. So the 3 cards for you and then 3 cards for them from the Muses Tarot. And the middle 3 cards, the energy in the middle, we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. All right, you. All right, that's 2 for you. One more for how you have come into this part, in where you are, how you come into. I'm going to take, that one because it fit the deck first. Alright, so 3 cards for you, how you came into this scenario. Alright, you're taking responsibility. You're taking responsibility for your actions. You're taking responsibility for your faith. You're taking responsibility for your destiny. Alright, these are not burdens, these are responsibilities. If they are a burden, they might not be yours. Hand back that to somebody else. But this is about you carrying your load, knowing what you stand for, knowing what you respect, knowing what your faith is, knowing what your heart is, what you've put in all your labour into. And this is taking home the bounty of this. Alright, this is the fruits of your labour on a spiritual level. Like, you know what it is and you know where your responsibility inside of this is. Alright, taking responsibility. And you're manifesting. We're manifesting our dreams. We're taking them out of a spiritual place and we're going to bring them into reality. Heaven on earth. Bring heaven on earth, right? The infinity symbol has got to do with the musician. It's a magician. It's a real Gemini energy. All right, so you have put in your faith and you've put in your, you know what's in these pots, it's sparkling in these pots. And here we are. We're going to bring that abundance in and we're going to manifest that, all of our spiritual desires onto the physical plane. That's where you're at. And because you've had an awakening. All right, we've woken up to the things that are in. You can't take it back out of the box. All right, you can't put it back in the box. Like, it's a bit like PlayStation. Once you get it out and all the leads are out and everything, you can't put that back in the way that the game came in the box. It's never going to do that, right? All right, so we're looking at a better vision. We're looking for better things. We are looking in deeper meanings because we've had awakening. All right, and you can't switch it on and off. Once you're out, you're out. That's it, sort of thing. Right, so that's where you're at. Manifesting your desires, you had awakening of what you want. You really have put in the time and effort to be a spiritual powerhouse. Okay, so next we got 3 cards for them. What do we got? 3 cards. Oh, no, wrong deck. 3 cards for your significant other. 1. I'm going to take top one. So we got 1, and 1 more. Alright, what have we got? 1 more for them. Alright, we'll take the top one. Alright, so we got just enough room on the mat, I hope. Okay, so we've got the 8 of Emotions. So this is them. Okay, so this is a rebirth. This is a card where we are, and we've got this eclipse coming, alright? So although it's a moon, not a sun, but this is a rebirth card, and this is a water card, so it is more of a moon card anyway. This is redreaming our life. This is taking, knowing that we let go of some of those illusions that we had of ourselves, some of those things that we believed in, some of those emotions. We let go of them. We let go of our hurts, and we have a rebirth. We walk away. We walk away from our past. We're walking away from what has held us back inside of an emotional bind. That's where they're at, right? So they're having a breakthrough. I like to call them breakthroughs nowadays instead of breakdowns, right? That's where we're at in life. Garuda, we're going to travel. Right, you got faith and you got hope. These are going to walk away. So they're walking away from something. All right, maybe it's a past, maybe it's past love, maybe it's past life, maybe it's past job. Okay, so, because they're looking at their material wealth. They're looking at for something sensual, something earthy, something grounded. They're looking for the Queen of, or they are the Queen of Pentacles. They're looking for this like material, sensual, grounded, fertile spot that they can sink their plants into, right? This is who they are, and they're looking for that sort of material. They look after their family. They're looking after the people around them. Okay, but they are inspired. All right, so we've got inspired energy. They're listening to the intuition. They're listening to the little signs, the symbols. They're seeing the synchronicities, and they've got a little bit of an inspiration inside of them of what they actually want to do. So they've left something behind, and they're really trying to make a material sort of mysterious, something earthy and sensual and sexy, motherly. All right, but we're really looking at this energy of being inspired in the middle of this. You're both in inspired places in here, coming in here. All right. Oh, yours is a little bit more on a faith and mind, and theirs is a little bit more on an emotion and material level. Oh, they're inspired. Both of you are inspired by some sort of awakening. All right, so the middle energy of how you got here is 3 cards. 1, 2, 1 more. 1 more. Okay, so, oh, there it is. There's one in the middle. Alright, so what have we got on the other side? So, we've got the world. I love, and this is exactly why. Oh, the world. Here we are. Alright, so what's the energy in between you that's coming into this situation that you've led into? Okay, so we've got the world is changing. This is a material. This is abundance. This is prosperity. The world change. You can't hold it. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. All right, but we're in the middle of this magic geometry where we can make things happen, and you can co-create inside of this change that is going to happen because the world keeps changing, and we keep on rolling inside of that. And then we've got the Fool, because this is like step out energy, step out of the norm, step out and do that thing that you have faith in, step out and give it a chance. Be a child, look at it through different, don't look at it through jaded eyes, look at it through young eyes, and jump out and have a go at it. Right? But there's a certain amount of boredom. What's been going on is not satisfying everybody. It's like we can see the cups of joy and we can see the cups of attraction, but we've got this one cup that's not full inside of here, and there's a little bit like it's not necessarily. But this is a no drama llama card, right? So it's not dramatic what's going on between you. It's sort of a resting position on an emotional level is how you've led into this spot. Okay, what's going on now? All right, this is how we let in. What's going on now? Having faith. We're going to do a bit of travel. This is really exciting. There's a lot of movement, higher vibration energy inside of this. Okay. So 3 cards for you for how you are now, where you're at now with this. 3 cards with where you're at now. Alright, so check out my Sweetheart. Have you seen my TikToks? I was going to say Sweetheart Tea. You should check that out if you're looking for a little bit of self-love inside of your partnerships, because they are 2 different things, if you know what I mean. And I've been doing those TikToks, so I'm going to change the format of that. I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to do like fire on Tuesday and air on Wednesday, and come on, we need another card, and water on Thursday, and one more card, and earth on Friday. So I'm going to sort of build it up a little bit differently, because I want to do a Witches Brew, maybe a Fairies Brew, and maybe a Muses Brew. Oh God. Alright, so we've got 3 out for you inside of the TikToks, because they're a bit different to all of this, right? Taking my time to work it all out. Alright, so 3 cards for you on how you are now and where you're at. Alright, we've got emotional messages of love, and look at that, we've got our little dream inside of our stomach in there, it's all fishy and watery, and then in the middle in there there's this beautiful little glen of an escape and a getaway, and I've got a beautiful heart in there, and the page is messages of love, so you might be sending messages of love, and you're feeling the love. Alright, and it's expression. Alright, keep in there, playing it forward, play that expression forward. And we're dedicating our mind. You've dedicated your mind to what you want. So you've had all this inspiration. You've had this time to think about it. Right? So in the 9 of air, we've had time to think about all of these things. And we're going to dedicate our mind, right? There've been a lot of frustrations and struggles maybe. Right? But you know what it is. You know what you're inspired. You know what this awakening is. You've pulled that light in. Right? And we've pulled that inspiration in. And we're pulling it in to dedicate it, and how we apply that to the world. How we apply that to our dreams. How do we apply that to our minds, right? And we can rest a little. You can see there's a resting just in that corner over there, because we can rest a little when we've actually got our mind dedicated. We've got our lists and we know where we're heading and what we've got going on. All right, and we're going to pull in a little bit. This is about budgeting. This card is about protecting yourself and your material stability and making sure that you're stable inside of here, right? So you've got a emotional love in here, and you know your mind's dedicated to things, but we're just, you know, keeping our pennies and keeping everything, just taking stock of what we got, keeping our larder, like, and protecting your material surrounds is what that card is about. Okay, so 3 cards for well, that's one for them on where they're at now. 1, 2, all right, one more. 3 cards of where they're at right now. Can you see that one on the table? Can you see the devil on the table? Oh, all right, we're going to start with the devil. That's where we're at. 3 cards with the devil on the table just here. Okay, this is where they're at. So they're dealing with their demons. They're dealing with something that they're having to deal with one step at a time, situations one step at a time. All right, where they're really having to, you know, to be tested by their nature, by their being, by their... Inside of this has got contracts inside of it, crossing your T's and dotting your I's. It's like the devil is in the details. You step by step you deal with yourself. You're dealing with the actual raw bad behaviors of yourself. You're dealing with the raw temptations of your natural being. So they're having to go through that. They may be going through a dark period where they're dealing with the skeletons in their own closet, or having to deal with a situation that is really methodical, one step after the other. Capricorn energy inside of there. Okay, so, but they're planning for a future. This is our planning card, which is funny because that came up with the Queen of Materials, and I saw it pull back on there, but there it is. All right, so we're planning our future. They're planting their seeds, and they're watering them, and they're looking at what they're tending. All right, as they take their garden into the next spot, they really are putting the input in, and this is an input card. All right, we're putting it in, and we've got faith in where that's going. And we're going to sow our seeds and put a bit of effort in, knowing that it takes a bit of time for them to all materialize. All right, and what's the last card? Oh, dreams can come true. Right, so they are wishing for a star. They've got starlight energy in this, and that starlight energy to you, because this is what this is about. Right, so they are, and they do have wishes. They're going through some dark times, but they really know what that is, and know what they're working towards, and know what they're putting their stuff into. And this is real wish fulfillment energy. And they perhaps want to feel not just their wishes, but also your wishes, right? This walking away is in the same direction. They're looking for that thing, and they're inspired, all right, to do this. What is the energy between you guys in the middle of this at the moment? Because that's where we're at. What's in the middle for you guys? And the lights here. 1, 2. Oh. This is where it gets fun. One more. This is why we use 2 decks. Right. Okay, one more. One more. There it is. Thank you very much. Okay, you're in the middle. So you are on this side, or I'll put you over here. Oh, so much mind stuff. Alright, frustration. This is really frustrating, isn't it? No, this is like just dealing with all these different arrows, and they're not hitting the target, and there's a lot of different voices, and there's a lot of different opinions, and there's still a lot of talk going on, and we're still, you know, trying to work out where that is. And sometimes we talk about other people and what they think about what you guys have got going on, or, you know, just can't get the dynamics maybe of this travel together, that you can't get to you know, you're still working out, and you've got to have faith in it, because this is the mind that's a bit frustrated on this, right? And then we're going to lead to the 9 of Swords. Right, and we've seen this card before. We see it in a different way this time, though. These are these frustrations. We can see them there. Well, these are our struggles. You see them there. But we see this one bird up here, right? And this is, again, our dedication. This is our dedication. What are we dedicating our thoughts? We've got to let the rest of those 8 go. And we've got that one thought that we've got to, you know, your happy thought. That's how you fly. That's how the fairies fly. That's how the fairy dust works. You've got to have your happy thought to make you fly. And so it's really finding that dedication of your mind. And this is sitting right in the middle of it. So this has been struggles. This has been struggles on how you keep dedicated to this energy. Okay, but we talk about faith one more time in here, and we've got the High Priestess, and that's exactly the position where we put Joan of Arc in here. We put her in as our High Priestess. We put her in as our Divine Feminine, and here we are. Here she is. Here she is again with this red here. Here she is saying, have faith in the unknown, and you've just got to actually believe that there's a process. You've got to believe that there's a journey inside of this. all right, and you're being trusted by not your emotions in here, all right, which is actually bored, or you know, or we're not ruled by our mind, which is our frustrations and our struggle. We actually are being ruled by our high priestess. This is our divine feminine. This is our divine guidance in here. All right, to have faith one more time inside of here. Thank you, Joan of Arc. Thank you, high priestess. All right, so where are we going? What are the outcomes? What have we got going on for this? For you, what's coming out of this for you? All right, well, I'm going to take that one. What have we got coming out of it for you inside of here? I'll take one. I'll take that one. Jumping, ladies, sleepy man at home. Alright, one more. Oh, and there we are, jumping out. So what have we got for you coming out of this? Okay. This is giving you time. This is emotions. This is the Six of Emotions. So this card talks about reunion, and it talks about childhood dreams, and it talks about perhaps either letting go of those or reuniting with them, really thinking about what it is that you wanted to be, and, you know, being able to play and have fun with that. And so it can relate to siblings and family. It can relate to past lovers, like this Six of Emotions. So it's in a nice little spot here where, you know, you've gone from your Page of Emotions, and it's like we're sitting here and you know that you dedicated your spirit to something. And we've got the Page of Emotions, which is, you know, you feeling and expressing love together. And this card here is really tapping into what are those? What is that loving feeling that you always felt without all of the jadedness around? What is that? All right, so we ponder on that in a minute inside of that. But it can be a reconnecting with your inner child and reconnecting with your childhood dreams, families, friends, and a lover. Oh, but we've got the Seven Emotions as well, right? So, you're sitting wishy-washy. You're a little bit emotional about this now. Because you've dedicated and you've manifested an awakening here, and you've dedicated your mind. And then we've got this Seven. This is where we look at these fish and we're like, right, so what do I believe in? What is the daydream? So you're allowed to daydream a little bit inside of here. And you daydream, and we look back inside of this card and we go, what didn't happen and what did? And we're emotionally connected to these things. So it's a bit of a pondering inside of here of what is your daydream? What is this that you have faith in inside of here on an emotional level? All right. Something on my card. But we have the Ace of Voices. So this is about expressing these childhood dreams, expressing that you were allowed to have them, that emotional cup of yours. Because we've got, you know, as much as we've got the 6 and 7, there's a 1 left inside of there, which is the 1 of Cups, which is an emotional new beginning inside of here between those. All right. So, you know, we've got the 1 sitting here, and it's like, express it. Express your desires. Express your mind. Express your emotions. Express your, it's talking about these dreams. It's talking about how you feel. All right. Time to express how you feel inside of this. All right. What have they got coming out of this? Because they've been dealing with, they've been walking away from old things, and they're dealing with how they have a sensuality in the world, and the devil's in the details, and how they're planting those seeds, and they've got some wish fulfillment going on. Alright, so, that's 1 for them, that's 2 for them, 1 more, take that one because it's closest to the position. Alright. I'm going to put you over here as we go there for the next run. Alright, so what have they got going on? They're also going to talk about that this is a real challenge. They're going to come in swinging. They're going to come in talking about the situations that they've got going on. This is going to be business-like. It may be that they look like that they're taking it from a different angle and a perspective, because they are. They're taking it from they've removed themselves from it. They're looking at it from a height, and then they're able to take it from a better perspective and a better angle from things. So this may be a lot of communication is going to come through, and it's going to be swift communication just there. Alright, so they are in a position of the Hangman. So unlike you, that is sort of attached to your emotions inside of here. They're sitting in this position that they're actually able to see it removed, because we remove emotions in the Hangman and we see it from a different perspective. We see it hanging from a different perspective. We're able to see our life in a glance. We're hanging in this upside down spot, and we're able to just sort of detach from it a little bit. Right, and that's what they're doing here inside of this card. Right, so they might be sitting in stasis, but they're able to see it from a different perspective. Alright, and what else have they got going on? Oh, I've got that 5 of Oceans again. So we're talking about frustration here. We're talking about, you know, a bit of a disillusionment in here. And so they might be disillusioned with the things that they've had going on. You know, they've walked away from something and how they've planted the seeds, you know, and how they make their dreams. And there's a bit of disillusionment to the circumstances, frustration in this communication in here. So while you're a bit frustrated, you're emotionally sort of going to start communicating. They're a bit frustrated with this hanging position that they've got going on, but there's a lot of communication going on. How does that affect the energy between you guys? All right, let's see. Let's wrap this up. All right, 1 for you. What do we got between you guys? All right, 2 for you, and 1 more. Okay, so what have we got? 1. I got the Queen of Cups. All right, this is an emotional spot. We're feeling this, and we're feeling the love. There's a loving energy. She, you know, if anybody knows Pisces, they're loving, and they can be like piranha, and they can be like a koi. So she's loving, but she instinctually will actually look after her young, and her heart is really big. And this is a big, strong-hearted love woman in there. Oh, but we've also got the Queen of Swords sitting next to each other. So we've got a lot of communication going on in this last line in here. So there might be a lot of last lines drawn on sort of this. It's like here, emotionally I'm feeling all of this, but this is how I mentally am going to cope with this. This is how I'm mentally going, because we've jumped out into this, trying to be dedicated to this, but you know, she's really reflecting on what she's going to, and she can be cutting. She's cut through the bullshit, this Queen. So we've got one that's going to talk with her heart, and we're going to want to talk with her head. So what have we got in this last card? Everybody needs to get to the heart of the matter. All right, and you can see this. This is screaming. So we've got a lot of communication, and you try to manifest this, and they've been going to materials, and we're planting seeds. And emotionally, they're frustrated. Like you're emotionally frustrated, and you're going to talk about it. And they are going to talk about the fact that they are in the middle of a stasis that is frustrating them, that they're in a hangman position. But we're going to talk lovingly from our mind. We're going to talk lovingly from our heart. This is a real communication spot, and this last card is actually saying, you know, it's time to talk it all out. You can't hold it in anymore. There could be, this card indicates 3 parts conversation. Sometimes it does indicate a menage a trois. There are 2 queens sitting here. And do they have 2 people sitting around in here? Because we do have 2 queens in this scenario, in this last row. But when we look at this, we're really talking about getting to the heart of the matter. There's jealousy going on around here, but you need to stop ignoring the things that you know intuitively. You know intuitively you need to talk about, and so it's time to get this out. Better out than in is where that's talking. There's a lot of talking in this last line inside of here, where a lot of seeds have been planted along here, and a lot of emotions have been played on. It's time for everybody to voice what they've got going in and let it out, because you can only hold this together so long. Alright, talk through your heart, talk with your mind. These 2 queens are saying together, unless of course we are talking about that being that there are 3 people inside this scenario. Okay, I hope that resonates for you. I am going to do another Witches Brew, same sort of thing, a hot tea with a different set of cards. If that is more for you, perhaps, maybe. If this is for you, please let me know. Resonate. I'd love to know how it resonates with you. And I hope that you are doing well wherever you are. Ciao for now.